1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz.
Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talkshow podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talkshow podcast with Emmy Hikins and Trevor Gear.
I guess you could argue is or must be the case or not, because I'm sure there are many people who sadly have committed suicide who've done it very rationally and not because their mind was disturbed, hence the change perhaps of, intentional or non-intentional. But just to wrap up this bit of suicide, as I've said, it's mainly men in this country, and the closer statistics, I think in 2024, there were around, in the UK, around 7,200 suicides, of which about 4,300 or 400 were men. And the age of most risk, if that's the way to put it, is between 50 and 54. Interestingly, I always believed it was rather younger than that, sort of 24 to 35. But the real risk age is between 50 and 54. And as I say, 3/4 are men. And it touches back to what I was saying at the beginning about my little poetry book. For me, I'm someone who does. I think I always have been able to express myself and what I feel. That said, probably if I'm really troubled about something, I might keep it to myself for whatever reasons. And maybe there's something to be said for all of us to find an outlet, whether it is in writing poems or lyrics in songs, as I do, or some people write a novel, others do other things. And something I remember reading that Paul McCartney said a few years ago when he issued 2 books of all of his lyrics. And he said, people have asked me why I have never written an autobiography. And he said, well, I was never really interested in doing that. He said, but my lyrics, as in these books, it's probably a couple of hundred songs. He said, that is my autobiography. Anybody who wants to know me should look at those lyrics or listen to the Beatles and Wings music. And I thought that's a very good way of putting it, because I know in my case, I'm able, I think, I know I am, to express a lot of what I feel inside about a situation in the form of a song. And it's a good outlet for me to get things out of my mind, my psyche, or in the form of a poem. I used to write quite a lot of poems in the past. And I think my advice to anybody would be, find something. You may be talking to a mate, a buddy, a friend, your partner, but find a way to get things out of your system. Whether that would lower the suicide rate, who knows? Because everybody says with suicides, you didn't spot any clue. And I may have said on this before, somebody I knew, a young woman, a few years ago now, 20 years ago, I think, she committed suicide, perhaps less than 20 years ago. And I saw her from time to time, a good friend, and there was no clue in anything about her. And this is what people say. We can think back to somebody, a footballer, Gary Speed, who actually was on BBC on a Saturday lunchtime, Football Focus. I think it was in 2012, something like that. He seemed fine, rational, everything else. That evening he went out with his wife. They, I don't know, had dinner or something. They came back. Apparently they had an argument. The wife just went out to cool off a bit. When she came back, she went to bed. She assumed he was somewhere else in the house.
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor Gear and Emmy Hikins.
The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.
Wednesday afternoon. Hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz.